I just remembered I didn't do something. Once again, there we go. I found out yesterday during a live stream that you could hear everything that was coming out of my television, and I forgot to switch it over. Anyways, the last YouTube video of Raven the Devil on YouTube for Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm going to be talking about tonight, as you see in the description below, the toxic player base, the economy, gameplay, and part of our goal tonight with my buddy Mr. Mayhem over there will be to see how long it takes us to be griefed and discuss the issues we've been encountering in the past week here online. Now, in a moment, we may or may not be shot at, so the man in black and the man in red here with the mask are going to be debating some things, but first I want to give you a little bit of a rant. Now today, Mr. Mayhem and another individual who just joined the game today, we're out trying to level this individual at their starting ability. And there is a sport within the game, and it is called Kill the Newbie. And Red Dead Redemption 2 Online is broken in this regard. Why do I say this? Well, folks, Red Dead Redemption 2 is turning into Grand Theft Auto Wild West 5. Yeah, that's right. The board player base that got tired of going to Fortnite is now in this game, despite the fact that the 3 player modes that you can do special events that pay gold and pay money. One of the ways to make money in this game are big battle royale style. And look, here comes one of your guys, Mayhem. He might be trying to kill you. Fortnite style things. Where is he? Where is this guy? He got Mayhem. And they're trying to get my camp while I talk to you. But anyways, as I was saying, Fortnite style game modes are already available in Red Dead Redemption 2 Online. And we've been encountering, this was expected, he had a bounty on his head, so he's off hunting. But we've been encountering these guys who have decided, instead of playing the battle royales, they want to hunt the other players while they are minding their own business. And this has become an issue to the point where I actually today sent Rockstar Games a long complaint letter that I can almost guarantee, considering they've sold $750 million worth of this game, is going to be completely and utterly and totally ignored. So I decided, what the hell, let's talk about it. And that's what we're going to do. But in Raven the Devil style from the Vault of Metal, first I have a bit of a rant. Now, this game is utterly and totally not broken in the economy, but yet for some reason the player base is screaming it is unfair, unfortunate, and not right to microtransact in a game in an era where everything is microtransacted. 20 years ago, when you paid $14.99 to play a game, there were no microtransactions. There were huge learning curves, and there were no people generally under the age of 16 playing these games because, well, you had to have a credit card to play the games. What ended up happening was guys like me ran with guys like Mayhem, who is 20 years younger than me, so was just a little lad when I was playing some of these games. And we didn't have the issues we have today of little kids whose parents babysit them with mature rated games just because they're popular and don't follow the news media or read the reviews or know anything else about console gaming or video gaming in general, other than it keeps Junior shut up in the basement, go away so I can go and be mommy on Facebook. Now, a lot of these kids grew up in the era that, you know, if you've listened to my radio show in the last 20 years, I don't agree with this generation of here's a trophy for showing up, but you get to win and have no penalties crowd. And that's what is complaining about the economy in this game. I truly believe fixing the economy will make this game more toxic. The majority of the player base is not the problem. The majority of the player base are normal folks. But this game is no longer a game of, like, what just happened to Mayhem. I have no problem with. I don't have a problem with a game assigning a bounty at random to you, especially if you've got a negative reputation. But what I got a problem with is when we're out hunting with somebody who's low level or me who's a high level, you're walking around with a bullseye 24/7, even if you're minding your own business. I don't got a problem, again, with the occasional attack. I like the overt nature of the game. I have a problem with people repetitively grief hunting an individual in any game simply for the fact that you're using an exploit to do so. This game is designed to allow the weakest weapon in game that can't even kill a small animal to one-shot kill a player, and it moves so quickly these griefers will camp and kill you in seconds. Just coming out of a vendor, coming out of a store, skinning an animal, they wait. The minute you're in an animation you cannot get out of, or you back out and there's no way to get away, they lasso you and drag you off. If you don't know the trick with the knife, by switching to your knife to break away, they've killed you. If you don't know that the varmint rifle, which is the fastest working weapon in game, and yes, we're standing here in my camp till we get moving and talking to see how long it takes to get shot, it just wipes you out. Now, I'm holding one of the most expensive guns in game, and it is fully outloaded. I have upgraded it all the way. I've spent all week doing so. This gun is utterly and totally worthless in-game against another player. It can't kill a kitten were it another player in this game. I am using better ammo than the average player base. I aim at someone's head. I might as well be aiming at their toes. They do not die. 7 shots. My buddy back there, as he'll tell you soon enough, on the other hand, can kill a person with the varmint rifle in 1 shot to the head. It's a 22 in reality. I'm holding a 30-06 basically, and I can't kill anything that's a player with this gun. So, the game is broken, but it is not the economy. What is broken is the fact that there are no penalties for griefers, despite the fact that there are multiple deathmatch modes you can play in this game. With that being said, I want to introduce Mr. Mayhem in the El Diablo Mortis crew tonight with me. The Dead Devils are going to go out and see how long it takes for us to go hunting and get shot at. And we're going to discuss these issues and the economy, which Rockstar has said they're going to be addressing in an update in the next few days. So, Mayhem, how's it going, brother? How did it go being a bounty and getting your head shot off?
You know what? Considering it was a bounty, I really can't complain. But, I mean, if it was a griefer, I mean, that would have been kind of ridiculous.
Right. Now, that is...
Considering...
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, especially considering I was standing in your camp, and after I died and walked into your camp, it says, you can't be killed within this camp.
Yeah. See, I have no problem with what just happened. That is part of the game. That, to me, is exciting. That makes it challenging. Hey, we had that happen earlier to one of us. I think it was either you or the person we were playing with. And we ran into a place, and, yeah, that was fear. And we ran into a place to hide. I'm not going to say where, because I don't want to give away all of our secrets. And the players gave up when they couldn't find us. That is how you play the game. Now we've got an outlaw hideout over here, and you know those are usually player spawn baits. So let's go see what happens when we go over here while we talk. But the thing that Mayhem and I have encountered, and if you've seen the video that's sitting here, is a message to Rockstar from the other night, where the players were actually hunting us as if we're the animals in this game. We were just out hunting animals. And these 2 guys showed up, and they proceeded to hunt me down and Mayhem down repetitively, simply for the sport of it. And they didn't stop. Even though we walked away, we put guns away, we used the etiquette of we don't want to fight you, the whole 9 yards. They didn't care. Did they, Mayhem?
No, not really. It was basically just hey, let's see how far we could chase them before they log out.
Now, and I don't feel under the case of griefing. You know, if we fight and we lose, we fight and we lose. I'm not one of those types. I'm not sitting here saying, oh God, somebody shot and killed me. But yeah, see, powerful gun doesn't kill anything. Even when you see the whoa. I'm not the greatest gunfighter, but I try. But when it comes to hunting the animals, I'm pretty good, actually.
Completely.
But, alright, this game isn't going to let me target him through the scope. But, these guys actually decided to make a sport. Oh, no wonder I can't hit him. He's on a machine gun. These guys decided to make it a sport of hunting us.
Oh, I killed the leader.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I always kill the leader. There we go. I got that guy on the big gun. And, you know, this happened again today. We were minding our own business, and we were helping a level 3, you know, just do their starter missions. And these guys would just run up out of nowhere and put a bullet in one of our heads. I mean, it didn't matter who it was. They just kept coming and coming and coming, even when we parlayed. Now, parlay is this broken feature Rockstar has decided to give this game, where you do parlay and it's supposed to end the aggression. But all it does is tell the other guy, I don't want to play anymore, stop please. And it doesn't stop. As a matter of fact, it instigates a much higher rate of antagonizing. Don't you think? Because we tried the parlay. The other night with those guys that were hunting us in the swamp. We tried the parlay.
Oh, of course.
And
Yeah.
what did they do? They added a third person to their posse, and a third person started coming at us. It wasn't just one or two. And now the other thing is, it's not just that these kids are attacking us. It's not just about griefing in the sense of, oh, boo-hoo, I can't shoot back. I mean, if I lose, I lose. It's just a flippin' video game. What irritates the hell out of me is there's no... And I never used this in GTA simply because I always was running with a group of people. The passive mode. And the passive mode in GTA 5 online got abused. Because what guys would do is they'd go passive on powerful vehicles, and they'd get behind a player running a resupply for their jobs that they have in the game. If you don't play the game, you can resupply different businesses. And what they'd do is get the flying motorcycle, which was a recent addition, and they'd wait for you to be running, and then they would immediately drop out of passive mode and put a rocket up your back end because they could. And I don't know why I'm picking him up instead of looting him, but whatever. And, yeah, they would just grief you. They did this with the old flying motorcycle that shot missiles at you. They'd wait till you were in the middle of something, stay passive, get dead behind you where there was no way you could defend, and then they would just drop out of passive mode, destroy you, and drop right back in. And that's basically what's happening here. I mean, a variation of such, but still the same principle. But with parlay, it's just like saying, "Please stop shooting me! Don't do it!" And they just keep coming and they cackle and laugh. I think actually one of the guys we were dealing with today, you went into the open mic in the game world, and he was laughing at you for literally saying, "Dude, lay off. We're just trying to help somebody." They're taking great joy in this.
Completely. It was basically saying that, hey, I don't want to fight you. I'm trying to just get this mission done, and unfortunately, somebody thought that it was more fun to just mess with people rather than play their own game.
Yeah, you know, and that's the one thing that gets me on this, is it's not just that they're camping, like, say, in the woods and dropping out. They're taking over a town, which even I've participated in. But you get the choice of either firing at the people doing it or going away. No, that was you. And no treasure maps. We don't have a treasure hunt while we're yelling about things.
I didn't find anything.
Yeah,
Let me
me
double
either.
check though.
And so what they're doing is they will camp out, say, at the butcher, whereas the only place, if you're a hunter, you make any money. And basically in this game, hunting is how you make your money. You go out and gather pelts. You go out and gather meat. And you've got to go to the butcher to sell it. And you go to that butcher, and you go to sell. And as you ride up to the butcher, just before you get there, along comes a player, blam, shotgun or varmint rifle or whatever weapon they happen to have out, in the face, because you're not looking, because you're trying to line up to the twitchy animation of talking to the butcher, and you're dead. And then everything on the back of your horse that's a pelt is gone. Again, picking up dead bodies I don't want to pick up. Yay, gotta love the loot feature.
Is that an exploding barrel? Maybe we should throw some bodies around it.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's put the bodies around the exploding carriage. Let's just give him a cremation, shall we? Well, we're talking about the death and destruction of fun games. So, anyways, yeah, these guys spawn camp over the vendors. They spawn camp over, hunting locations. They camp different places. And now, if it was 1 or 2 days worth of this stuff, it would be no problem. But from the very first day, and I've been playing since the advanced pre-order Tuesday last week, where there were guys on the first day, and I expected it on the first day with the few Ultimate Edition people that got to play, like I did, that some people would show their ass, and that's fine. I have no problem with the ass being shown on day one, and I knew it was just going to get worse from there. But, everybody was also trying to break the game the first day and test some stuff because Rockstar asked us to do it. So I just took it with a grain of salt. Now, on the other hand, I'm a little bit beyond grain of salt because it seems like everyone with the copy of the game that's under the age of 18 seems to think it's Fortnite Part 2, and it's a giggle fest to just ruin other people's gameplay. If you see people out I partly blame some of this on all the YouTube channels that are giving away the secret tip to the best thing to happen here in Red Dead Online that you didn't know. There's several of them, and a lot of them actually give you bad advice. And they tell you to go to certain places, and they end up getting overpopulated, like a fishing spot that's actually quite lucrative, but what they don't tell you is you could go just about anywhere up and down that coastline to catch the same thing and make the same money. But nobody wants to do some of the work in between. They just want to send you to the shortest route, the quickest thing, and that's that. And it ends up getting camped, and people get possessive of what they camp. And you end up trying to just go and make a couple of bucks so you can go and do something else in the game like we do every night. And you end up getting your head handed to you because these kids think, well, it's my swamp or it's my hunting spot. And then you walk away, you try to get away, and they have other friends that aren't shooting at you that come along and blast you. You can tell they're all together by looking at the player menu.
Or it's just one of those things where there's like, I don't know, 8 different gators, and you're really not going to carry them all, so there's plenty for everybody.
Exactly. Is that all of them?
Close enough. You want to throw a Molotov or shoot it?
I got 1 stick of dynamite left.
Yeah, go for it.
Dynamite with dynamite. Do we barbecue them? I guess it's a
no, but there's a
Molotov.
fire over there.
Well, that's okay. See, my aim is off. I'll burn the house too. Why not? And myself, apparently, if I'm not careful.
Here we go again.
There we go. Yeah, now the old man finally hit something. There we go. Now we've got barbecue. Old man on games coming soon to a Twitch channel near you. Well, you know what? That part was actually fun, and after a bit of a slight rant, I think I need a cigarette. But, and actually old Vault fans would know that as actually a thing once. What was that, brother?
I just need some rum.
Whiskey and cigarettes. There we go. Actually, a buddy of mine I know in online radio has got a country western show called that, Whiskey and Cigarettes. But, anyways, so the spawn camping is getting ridiculous. I mean, they're camping entire towns, the newbie towns. It's not even like they're going to where the higher levels are going. They're going to where the new players are going. The towns that are in the missions themselves, you try to ride in and get to the mission giver, and you walk up, a guy will wave at you and then shoot you in the face. So this game has gotten to the point where if you're not on my friends list, you're toast. Hell, Mayhem has walked up on me without telling me he's joining me, and I blasted him right in the face before.
Yeah. I aimed at him first, trying to figure out whose name was where, and I could see him turn around real quick and just shoot. I mean, and I did it. It's one of those things where it's like, shoot first, ask questions later, because everybody's doing that.
Yeah, I mean, just riding, and we had one where it made me mad, and I almost went to town on these guys, because we rode up on a butcher last night. We were loaded down with stuff, and they cost me some stuff because, well, you know, you kill somebody, the stuff that's on the back of your horse falls off, and they get to sell it. And it goes perfect. So, you know, they get a lot of money for blasting you off your horse to get at least one item. I know we found, what, a couple of items at times, up to 3 fall off. If it's
Oh, of
attached,
course.
like on the sides or on the back, it could fall, and they're all perfect, usually.
Yeah.
And, you want to head north or south to hunt for a bit, see if we can get attacked. Today it was in the
Um,
south. You want to try the south again?
let's look,
Because I
let me
really
look
want
at
to
the
see
map
if,
real
while we're
quick.
just riding around, we get griefed. To show
Um,
this point.
okay, we could just actually make our way up here to Tumbleweed, even though we don't even have anything on us.
Sounds good.
Or
We'll just kind
Strawberry.
of meander in that general
Strawberry.
direction. Oh,
Yeah,
Strawberry?
Strawberry's got some people over there. Yeah.
Well, I don't want to head up to Strawberry just yet. Let's actually talk for a bit and do some hunting. I mean, if we just actually play the game, let's see if we get hunted down like we've had happen in the past. We got
All right.
the plains back here where we saw the bison today.
How about, well, we could head whichever way you feel like heading.
Well, let's go
I'm
this way
fine
because
either
it's
way.
been this region all day today where we've had the trouble. So let's just keep
Yep.
pushing the issue. Let's push that button. But, you know, so a
No
major
problem.
grief for me is, you know, not necessarily me. Okay, I could take it, but after a while, even I get frustrated when it's like, okay, that was fun, not. Let's move on and go do something else, and you can't even get back to your horse to get away from the people. That they're literally just gunning for you. Or, in one case today, Mayhem got hit by a actual animal in the game, a cougar. I went to go help it get off of him, and this other kid came up behind me and just put an arrow in the back of my head. You know, okay, no big deal if it was just one time. But he comes back. I respawn, and he diverts and heads right straight for me again. So, okay, you could make the argument maybe, Mayhem, that I've killed you, you're now hostile to me, you're probably pissed, I should come and kill you again, because otherwise you're going to come and kill me. So
Well,
on that
I mean,
argument...
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, so on that argument would be understandable, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna come back after. I mean, if you kill me for no reason, I'm gonna come back after you. Even if I die a couple times, I'm gonna try to get that one kill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna sit there and keep coming after you in general. But then again, when you run up on me and kill me, and I kill you back, and then you just keep coming after me, I don't understand where that's coming from, other than I'm just trying to grief a player, or the only way I know how to level up is killing other people, because it seems like it's the fastest way when it really isn't. 'Cause,
No.
like you said, it took you a week to get to your level.
Yeah, I'm level 35,
And
and I've been hunting 80% of the time.
I'm level 14 and have been on here half as much time as you. And so basically, when you think about it, I've been doing the same thing you have, and from what I can tell, it seems like the most lucrative way to level up is hunt. And of course, every once in a while, somebody PvPs us. But I mean, we don't physically go out looking to PvP people.
And that's my issue. That is the bottom line of the issue. It's not the PvP. I don't mind the occasional PvP. It can be, even on the losing end of it, a great way to have some fun with the game. If we're going to engage, if we're just, okay, you got me, good luck, bye, and we're just going to keep moving on, what they're doing is driving people off their sessions, forcing them to jump as if to say, this instance is mine, this server is mine, you can't enjoy your game in my server.
Which
If
is why I
that,
figured that a private server would be perfect, just like GTA had. I remember many a time when we played GTA, we would keep getting griefed by people, and we're just like, you know what, we just want to make some money. Let's go into the private server, do our missions, and not worry about other people, because we just want to play the game. But hey, guess what? Every once in a while, we'll jump into a live server, and if another group wants to mess with us, we'll go head to head, because it's just fun. But I shouldn't be forced to go head to head with somebody in another group.
and yeah, that absolutely is the issue. And I say this, I don't say this lightly, and I said it in Rockstar news, the message to Rockstar, excuse me, the newsletter. I've got that in my head. I don't want to forget to bring that up. What I read today when I was making the report wasn't even really a report. I didn't report anybody. I vented to the manufacturer. I've spent quite a bit of money on this game, just getting the additions that I have. One as a gift for my significant other, and one for myself, same edition. She wanted it, I got it for her. You know, I mean, why not?
Right?
And so we wanted, and we were christening her character in the last 24 hours. You and I were helping her level up. And this
Yep.
started. It was like, I'm level 35, you're level 14. Okay, we could take a bit of abuse. She was level 1 last night, and we were just taking her out to hunt some animals to get some money and experience to get some gear and to get used to the game. And within, 5 minutes, this one guy just kept shooting her over and over and over again. I haven't seen that kind of griefing since, let's see, what was that game I played last year at level 1? Oh, yeah, Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yep. I can contest to that one 100%, because even by the time I was able to level up enough just to get a rocket launcher, I was still getting griefed because people were like, oh, you're way too low level. Oh, wait. You love the mod, don't you?
Yeah, and that's another issue with these griefers. Half the time, they're passing through solid walls as if they were nothing. Rubber banding, you get a lock on them and you go to shoot them, and suddenly they're 3 feet to one side or the other without seeing an animation for roll or jump. They rubber band. You know, they bounce back and forth. They're not in this position, then they're back where they were. They're not in their space, they're back where they were. Obviously, there's some sort of modding or abusive programming going on with some of
Just
these
like
people.
started with.
Yeah.
And
And I'm
I
not saying
understand
all. I'm not saying all, just some. And so
Yeah,
far,
of
it's been
course.
relatively quiet. I'm kind of shocked. Oh, here we go.
I actually am too. What, did everybody go to bed early?
They knew we were coming with live audio and video.
And prepared. But really, when it comes down to it, 90%, well, I want to say 80% of the people who play this game want to play this game. But of course, there's 20% in every lobby that still just want to say, hey, I think the fastest way to level up is kill people. When
I don't even think it's leveling up. I
realistically-
think it's they just get the jollies of pissing off other people.
And that too. It's just, why are you doing that when you could do something like we're doing right now, like hunting? Just on the way somewhere, make money, and level.
Yeah.
But I think really what it is like you said, people really get their jollies off because they've got nothing better to do.
I actually have a more incendiary thought, and I've thought this for as long as there's been chat rooms and internet trolls and video games with multiplayers. I think there is a small segment of society that used to be the hackers of the 80s that I knew, who are the bullied crew. They get their asses handed to them in high school, in the locker room. They get abused and picked on because they're not physically strong enough. They're awkward around women. They don't get what what they use the term incel and MGTOW and all that. I think these are a lot of kids who are tired of playing with their hand. I think they can't get a girl, or they can't get the promotion at work, or they've got no power in their lives, or their parents are too tough on them in their mind. And they think that because they can one-up other people and ruin their day in a video game, it somehow gives them power. If nothing else, it gives them an egotistical power in the sense of, I have no control in my real life, but in my fantasy world, I'm Billy Badass. And I think these kids get their jollies by making other people's lives as miserable as their own.
When really we're just coming here to relax from a day. Like I'm not coming here to essentially fuck somebody's day up. But you know what's really funny is nowadays they've got this thing of their safe place. And when it comes down to it, it seems like online is their safe place because nobody can physically hurt them.
Exactly, they're anonymous. You know, it's the nameless, faceless crowd, the I'm safe behind my fake wall with my username of Too Hung for You, or Big Billy Badass, or Joe Long Don Silver, which we saw the other night.
Yeah.
You
Which
know,
is
it's
kind of
like,
funny because IPs can be traced.
yep. But more ironic for me is, for example, you know, in my day when I was growing up, everybody made fun of the middle-aged guy, and you could kind of hit me with this one now, maybe. Compensating for much by buying that Corvette there, sir.
That
You got some shortcomings over
Stingray.
there, sir.
That Stingray, that new Stingray.
Yeah, that brand new Harley or that 21-year-old girlfriend, you're obviously compensating for something, because if you had the tools and the pants, you wouldn't need the bank account and the flashy car. Well, geeky kids who are socially awkward don't get those opportunities much, so what they do, I think, is take them elsewhere. And okay, so some kids' reaction time is near freakishly light speed, and they're somehow able to aim faster than known to man.
Or they
Okay,
get a controller mod.
or they get a controller mod. You're right. I was trying to give them, a little bit of self-esteem by saying, "Hey, you're faster than I am." And
Yeah, but some of them are though. Some of them are.
yeah,
They see that stuff before we do. I mean, like, I've been playing games since I was. I mean, like you said, I'm 28, and I've been playing games since I was like the Nintendo 64. Let's put it that way.
yep.
Anyway, and I remember being able to, play these games, and as the games got more advanced, I mean, I'm not old, but like when it comes down to it, there are players who just they play Black Ops and all this stuff, and they see things faster than I do. I try to play those games, man. I see somebody 2 seconds after they actually showed up in front of my screen, and I'm already dead because they're on the ball.
Well, actually, it's not even that. There's a TED Talk out there with a French neuroscientist who is studying the effects of video games. And she actually did a video you can find right here on YouTube that discusses the fact that first-person shooters are good for the brain of anyone, especially people of my generation and older, and that in the next 20 years, video gaming systems are going to be aimed towards middle-aged and senior citizens, not because they're going to make games for us, but they've actually found that playing 12 hours a week of first-person shooters in a senior citizen increases their spatial awareness.
Of course. I mean, really, it does work hand and eye coordination regardless, because how many times do you look down at your control... Oh, careful, there's a predator behind us. But how many times do you look down... He went away. How many times do you look down at your controller when you're actually controlling your game?
Never anymore.
Anymore,
Now that I know where the
exactly.
buttons are.
I mean, you feel it out. It's just like working with a keyboard.
Yep. You
That's what it
learn.
used to be back when you were, when you started gaming. I'm betting you need a keyboard 100%. Like if somebody wanted you to type 100 words a minute, that might have been different.
Back
But
when I started gaming, we had a cartridge and a stick with one red button.
well, I didn't know if you started on the computer or not, because I
I
know some
started
people.
back when Pong was home-based. I
Okay,
had
so
Pong, Duck Hunt, and the Atari 2600. Then I got
in
the,
general,
the computers going. Oh, wait, we're going the wrong
I
way.
can
We got to go
sit
this way.
there. I can sit there on a computer and game it out, and you know what? I still mess the keys up. But you can give me a controller. Give me 2 days just to get back into the controller if I've been playing on the computer.
Well, I was
And
kind of a geek back in the day. I actually got a computer at a really young age. And my brother had gotten out of the military and said, "This is going to be the future. You need to learn this." And I've been programming since, well, before you were born. And
well, yeah.
so I learned how to type in high school or middle school. And so, yeah, even back then, though, I had to look at the keyboard on occasion. So I know what you mean. Yeah, when WAS and D was my movement key, it took a little bit to get used to.
Oh, Bandit Camp. No, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you know me, I told you I haven't got on this game since Red Dead 2 came out because, you know, we had the toxic atmosphere of GTA and I got bored of it. But, like, when it comes down to it, I picked up the controller. Even when I first started playing back on it after almost a year, maybe, I haven't looked down at the controller. I know where the keys are. But you give me a computer, I didn't play the computer as much as I did with the controller, so sometimes I screw up on the controller, you know what I mean? Or
Oh yeah.
on the computer. The controller, I'm 100% on. Does not matter. I know what keys I'm hitting at all times.
And this also includes the fact that Rockstar games are known for twitchy controller layouts. It's not exactly like these are, you know, I mean they're clunky. That's basically been the review of this game. Is it's the clunky regular Rockstar game layout because they put so much into the controllers, and it sometimes as they saw at the start of the video, I will pirouette when I'm not trying to. And it happens, you know. I mean, what do you do when the camera spins? You just wait for the best thing to happen. There
Well,
we
the
go.
great thing about it is, too, is that you get so used to the controller, as I was shooting people, I was constantly moving my sticks in different directions.
Yep, same here.
And the thing about it is you just get used to using the controller to the point where you know where it's going to mess up. So as soon as you aim, you you start moving a different way, and then next thing you know, you are moving the stick in a 180 or 360-degree angles just to make sure that you can... Ooh, I found ginseng.
Nice. Yeah, there's ginseng in this camp usually.
So I
And
just
for
thought
those
I
of you
could let you
watching
know.
gameplay, ginseng is very valuable because it does health potions. So, well, tonics, excuse me. This is not a swords and sorcery magic game. It makes you your tonics.
Hey,
Oh wow, I popped his head like a grape. Um,
hey, potions might as well have been a tonic here because everything was advertised as a medical health cure for all. That
yep.
sounds like a potion to me.
Yeah, it's well, yeah, sort of like the snake oil salesman in the single player.
Yeah. So I'll just stand here until you make your way down here so you can find the ginseng.
Oh, I know where it is. I've done this camp a few times. But you
Okay.
know, also, you know, in the single player, you know, this game's a lot of fun. It's absolutely gorgeous. I can't say how many things I love about this game. The one thing I don't like is the griefers, and if there was some way to control it, like the player bounty you took. You know, I saw one guy who did a video who said something that I am going to totally debunk right now. This one guy on a rather popular video game channel was actually saying that you could cure the griefing in this game by simply making it so that people with really good reputations are invisible to the map, while the griefers and those that want to PvP and hunt players are visible to others. Well, folks, I don't play as a nice guy in this game, and look at my reputation because I go hunting. Simply because there is a reputation boost for feeding your horse, a reputation boost for hunting animals and not buying stuff in the store. You get self-sufficient or reliant or whatever they call it. There are so many things that add positive points to this game. It almost forces you to be completely good, and you've got to either pay to be heinous or start from the beginning and never do something nice. So a lot of these guys
Or
are PvPing also to get the murder charges, to get their reputation down, to get a belt buckle and some gold nuggets. That's literally all it is. If you think I'm joking, I'm opening up my progress menu, by the way, Mayhem. 2 awards under here. There are literally the awards for killing people there, as well as combat for PvP and killing other players. There are awards for this. There's even one somewhere in this list. I'm not sure if it's under General. There it is. Under General. Reach maximum dishonor. And you get a belt buckle. That looks like what you see up in the upper left-hand corner of the screen. Just a skull. on a belt buckle. That like the gold ones we're wearing right now are belt buckles that they'll give you when you get an award. Mine is from hunting and shooting people that are NPCs. And I don't mean the ones that are social justice warriors that are all up in arms over memes right now on the internet. I'm talking about the actual NPCs in a video game that have scripted, repetitive dialogue. So, no treasure map again?
Nope, but yeah, you did find the magical bush that I can't loot.
The magical bush you can't loot, huh? Well,
Yeah,
sounds like a chastity belt to me.
that's fine. I'm wearing my honorable belt buckle, so chastity is okay.
Yeah, it's a shame they don't know you as well as we do.
Right?
But,
Head first.
and like I say, I'm not trying to sit here and say, because I can't shoot other players or I suck at PvP, and I suck at PvP, that I'm butthurt about it. No, I like the overt nature. When I played Star Wars Galaxies, and I played Star Wars The Old Republic, I always went to the PvP role-playing servers because I liked the risk of occasionally being attacked. But in those games even, you got attacked, and they moved on, unless you continued to engage. If you stopped returning fire after you died, they didn't...
Shit, I got stuck by a bear.
Oh, that's
Run,
what that is. Holy
run.
crap.
That was a bear.
That was a bear, all right. Holy crap. See, folks, there's a lot of
Reached by a bear.
excitement in this game. Out of nowhere,
Reached by a
Bear
bear.
decided he wanted the bear. The bear wanted the berries that he couldn't get. Well, now I'm gonna take his pelt and leave him like that. How you feeling over there, Mayhem? A little crispy?
I got attacked by a cougar and a bear today, and the cougar knocked me off the cliff and didn't kill itself. The bear came up and just raped me. You know, animals don't like me in this game.
I wish they gave me a
That's okay.
stick. I'd like to poke you with a stick here. You know, like stand by me. Look, I found a dead body. The only thing I can do is take away the fact that this thing over here that isn't you anymore has a face. One of my
That's
favorite
fine.
things, the exploding head.
I mean, just you know, I have no problem being attacked by an animal. It's just, man, why does it have to happen twice in one day? I killed that one cougar after it attacked you, but I'm glad you killed the bear. At least you killed the bear. You know what I'm saying? Where's my hat?
It's gone. It ate your hat. It'll be on
It
your horse,
better not.
baby.
You know what? I want my hat. So, oh, where's my horse? Come here, buddy.
But yeah, you know, not to keep harping on the griefing, because we do have other things to talk about here while we hunt. Basically, the bottom line is right now, Rockstar is talking about fixing an economy that doesn't need to be broken. That's I hear a cougar around here somewhere, so be careful. Basically, the economy is kind of messed up in the sense of, you know, they're going to kowtow like has ruined so many great games of the past to the majority player base that doesn't want to actually use the game the way it was designed. They want the quick reward. You know, if this was your girlfriend and you wanted the quick release, I'm sure you'd be single very quickly. You know,
of course.
and or your boyfriend or your significant other of the same gender, whatever is the politically correct term for the person that you give it to on a regular basis. I'm not going to say further because they shut your channels down for more explicit. Yeah, your partner.
Your partner.
Yeah,
Your partner.
of
Let's just use
whatever
that.
the
Your
intention
partner.
is. Yeah. I'm not politically correct, folks, but I'm trying really hard. But this is why the channel is moving to Twitch, where I can be a little more free with my language and not worry about a ban axe. But, you know, they want the quick instant gratification. They don't want to work for anything. They don't want to do and I hate the term grind, because we're not grinding. But there are players that would say what we're doing is grinding. We're just playing the game as designed.
Oh, I 100% would say, personally, that it is a grind. But you know what? The great thing about it is, me and you are sitting here doing this together, and it's fun. It's not
Yeah.
actually a grind. It is a grind because you have to work for it. But it's not a grind as in, oh, I'm just going to go hit a rock for an hour. I'm
That's a
just going to
grind to
go,
me. See, to me,
yeah,
that's a grind.
this is, I have to chase this animal, hunt it down, skin it. I might have to go fishing for a while. So we get tired of hunting. Hey, guess what, Raven? Maybe we should go fishing. And then
Yeah.
we go fishing. I mean, like, sure, in the sense it's a grind, but in reality, it's fun. This is stuff that me and him have been playing 3 other games when we were playing GTA to just enjoy like the aspect of an all around a fun like fishing, hunting,
Yeah. I'll give you
you
another
know,
game.
robbing
I
banks.
play Elite Dangerous, which is a space simulator and flight simulator in space sort of thing. And my predominant thing to be able to do like 4 hours of combat is I spend an entire day hauling cargo between two ports in a universe that's built on the Milky Way, accurately 1-to-1 distance, although the travel is kind of course, science fiction. But literally, I will spend an entire day so I can go do combat to get the money, because you can't microtransact in that game, to upgrade your ships, just to be able to go and fight players or aliens or whatever the game choice of my little group is that night. But we'll do an 8-hour run of just back and forth hauling cargo. That is a grind because it
Yeah,
doesn't
it is.
change.
I mean, it really, when it comes down to it, like we can sit here and switch up our quote unquote grind to just, okay, I'm tired of hunting, Raven. Maybe you should go fishing. Oh wait, look, there's a river right behind you. Why don't we just go do that? Or
Sure,
hey,
yeah.
why don't we just go do missions? I'm just saying, like, just because there's an actual grind in this game doesn't mean that you're constantly doing the same thing, as he said, running cargo. We could run cargo for stranger missions. We could
Yep,
run assassination missions.
yep.
We could just go fishing. I could find a guy sitting there rowing his boat across the water and decide to pop him in the face because I want his boat to go fishing. And then it has nothing to do with being another player. It's an NPC. And we go fishing. We stay on the shore. Or we just...
And
it
let's just
doesn't
be
matter. There's
honest.
so much options.
If we weren't sitting behind a television screen and a controller and actually got up off our asses and went outside with actual camping gear, actual guns, and flannel and food and water and kerosene and lanterns and tents, this would be called a hunting trip, which people
It would
do
be.
all the time.
Which we could
So,
actually do, but
which we
we're not
could.
going to.
Yeah, well, you are former military, and
I
I'm
am
broken.
military.
Yeah, you are military. Well, I couldn't remember if you were out or just doing something other than what you
Well,
had done.
at this point, I told you I was at the shipyard, so I'm shore duty, so I'm not officially on a boat, but military.
Military, the Sea Scouts you don't have to pay for.
Yep.
They pay you.
And the ones that can swim.
Yeah, well, hey now. They allowed me to get my skipper's license when I was 14.
Well, the Coast
But,
Guard can't swim, but the Navy can. That's why they hire 6-foot tall people so they can walk ashore.
yeah, there you go. I'm not going to argue on any level of that because you do have a point.
Please don't. No, I just had to make that joke. Everybody who's in the Coast Guard, I love you, brother. You guys watch the shore side, so I'm just messing with you. Friendly waterside joke. Come on, y'all know what I'm talking about.
What is it? Interserviceal, I can't even think of the word anymore. My brain is a little fried. But, this is considered a sport if it weren't digital. What we're doing. Some people do this to live, and technically in this game, you have to hunt to survive. Because your character will starve to death. Your horse will starve to death. It is an actual thing in this game.
Or you spend too much money and not be able to level up, to get the stuff that you actually want, which doesn't make any sense to me because Bambi. Anyway, Bambi.
Yeah, I got a turkey.
All right, hey, you go ahead and deal with Turkey. I'll be right back.
Yeah, not a problem. But, you know, as well, another thing, while he has gone to go probably get a beverage or use a restroom or whatever it is, people do when we're doing live streams. Rockstar has announced a thing today about in the next week or in the next few days, they will be addressing and attempting to fix the economy issue in this game. Now, on some level, I can understand them maybe wanting to adjust a little bit of the economy. I don't think the game really needs a giant change. But what they're talking about, I don't know. They just say they're going to address and fix the economy issues that so many people are upset about, which I just don't understand. I've got most of the guns that I've wanted in game, which is obviously what everyone's mad about. The gold, even though I barely have any today, I spent a bunch of it on costume, clothing, and things of that nature that I wanted. Nothing more, nothing less. But oh, of course. This is one of the other beautiful things about Rockstar game. It kicks you right on out. So hang on a sec, folks. This is just the part of it being a beta. Let me find old Mayhem and rejoin the session. But, so they're talking about they're going to address the... Do 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 do. If you can hear me on YouTube, I apologize for the delay in broadcast.
I'm guessing another Rockstar kick.
I got punted, yes sirree. Now I don't know if people can
Alrighty.
hear me yet, so I'm just going to wait to finish up the thing about the news wire.
Well, hang on. I can actually tell you if you're being, if I can hear you or not before you continue.
All right.
In just a second. Go ahead and give me a test.
Check 1, 2, 3. I'm back in the game, so you should be able to see me by now.
Well, there you go. Go right ahead.
I have redone the passe, and I am sending you another invite.
Not a problem.
So, anyways, I was while you were away. I was, and oh god, I just realized something. I got punted, and there should be no pelts on my horse. Oh wow! For the first time, I've been punted, and it's giving me horse thief for stealing my own horse. I just got arrested for horse thievery for stealing my own horse. So if this is not my horse,
Your invisible horse.
I want that bear pelt. Even if I lose everything else, all those perfect pelts they've watched me catch. See, these are the things.
Like...
This is why the griefing frustrates me. Is things like that punt. I had to shoot my own horse that was no longer my horse. And oh, by the way, you guys saw that red mark that I just got. That's how much of my reputation went evil for that. Stealing that horse.
That was your horse.
Yeah, it was my horse, but it wasn't my horse because
stealing your horse that wasn't your horse.
Yeah, it was my horse, of course, but I guess its name was Mr. Ed. But so they're going to address the issue with the economy. They're going to fix it. They've also said another issue that has been discussed by many channels with almost a panic button. Now this is a beta, folks. If you go online right now, it is a beta. But Rockstar has said on numerous occasions, and they've said it yet again, they're not going to roll back players. They're not going to roll back your character. What you're playing right now, unless there's something catastrophically unavoidable, they're not going to delete characters. They're not going to reset characters. You're not going to lose your character. None of those things are set to happen to anyone who plays this game. You're not going to lose.
They put it out as a beta.
Well, think of it like this: Fortnite is also a beta. One of the most popular game right now out there is Fortnite for so many people. And personally, if you want to shoot people at random, go play Fortnite. Get out of this game. This game isn't designed for you to do that. But you know,
Or if you're gonna shoot me, at least shoot me once, take what you want, and leave. Don't keep griefing me.
yeah. Okay, you got me, you win, I shot back, you got me again. I'm done, I'm moving on. Don't
Yep.
keep coming at me.
No
It's
point in it.
just a game. Stressing out people who are trying to relax and play a game is just ridiculous. But they're never gonna roll back your character unless they absolutely have no choice. And most likely, I have a feeling the rollbacks will only occur to people just like in Grand Theft Auto, which they've done to people I know who've exploited the game, who have used mods or cheats to get up on everybody else, taking
And put
advantage
them
of flaws in the programming, and exploited the product unfairly. Those
and put
people
'em in
might
the dunce
experience a
category.
rollback or delete. What?
And put them in the dunce category.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if we're going to have dunces here, but maybe they'd force them to walk around in the Red Dead Redemption 2 version of the Klansman outfits, so everybody could
I'd be
shoot at them. I think
I'd
that
be
would be
okay with
great.
that. I
I
think that'd
think
be
if
funny.
you're going to be
Every
ignorant, I think you should be dressed like one of the Klansmen we get to blow up on numerous occasions in the single player.
which I had plenty of fun with. But the thing about it is too is that what was it? When it really came down to it, it wasn't just somebody being able to kill me. It came down to the griefing as you were talking about. I mean, somebody steals my stuff, I get it. It is the Wild West.
Yeah,
I get
things
it.
I accept.
Steal my stuff and leave me alone. If I'm not bothering you, or if I try to come after you and then I run away, just leave me alone. Like, but the private server would be awesome because, well, I just got thrown off my horse. Anyway, I would be able to log on with, let's say, Raven. I'd be able to log on with you and, our friends and go fishing. Just to go fishing, and not
Yeah,
have to worry about somebody coming up and shooting me in the face while I'm reeling in a fish.
I've had that happen. Or my least
Because there's
favorite
nothing I can do.
griefer trick is as I'm walking up to the butcher, who, for some reason in this game, every other vendor in this game is inside a store. The vendor has a table and a tent outside all the stores in any given town, and players can just ride on by when they see a player going to sell their wares and do like I just did to that bunny and shoot the poor unsuspecting player who's just about to say hi to the butcher and cause them, just like I lost all those pelts on the back of that horse, to die. And it basically resorts you into hunting the smallest.
What's
Oh,
up, wolf, wolf,
right,
wolf,
I
wolf,
see him.
wolf?
I see him.
Ah, I switched to the right weapon. Okay,
There we
there
go.
we go.
It's not animal cruelty if it's digital. The pelts are just worth good money.
Well, it's not animal cruelty if you get attacked.
Yeah, no, I'm sure there's some people that the shooting of the animals and the skinning of them is pretty hardcore. And I was actually quite impressed with the fact that they went to the level of animation. Because in the first
Yeah.
Red Dead, if you didn't play it, all you saw was John Marsden lean down, pull out his knife, and then blood hit the screen, and it was over.
Yeah, he's like, on his face, and that's about it.
Yeah, on this one, there's no flinching. And I actually like that because it's sort of like Gordon Ramsay once said, if you're going to eat meat, every individual needs to participate once in the death of a food animal. Hunters experience it all the time. People work in slaughterhouses, chefs and cooks. The average person doesn't understand what exactly happens, and that's why we get people who claim they're vegan when they're actually just vegetarian, not knowing the difference between why one is the other. But, you
Oh,
know,
I would skin an animal as long as I got to kill it. The only thing that would come of it would be that I would use every part. I would sell the pelt to somebody who wanted it, or have somebody personally skin it for me if I did not know how, so that it can be used. I would
yeah.
eat every part of meat on the animal, other than alligator, because the only good meat on an alligator is the fucking tail, but everything else can actually be sold. The skin, the
And like I've
head,
told you,
the
I just don't like
claws.
killing things in real life, so I'm a grocery store hunter. I have participated in the slaughter of animals in the past and hunted and all those things. But as I've gotten older, my conscience just kind of prevents me. I don't have a problem with people who do it. I just personally don't like firearms, and I don't like killing things. And then that's it. It's nothing. I don't have any high stance on it. I do have on griefing, though.
I just prefer that if I'm going to actually in real life kill something, like I get this as a video game, but if I'm really gonna kill something, I want it to mean something. I'm going to eat it. I'm going to use every part of it. I don't want it to go to waste. I don't want to just shoot something and leave it to rot in the woods. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
That is
That's
not
what
my
bothers me.
intention.
And you know, while a lot of people, and I do agree to some level, big game hunting is highly despicable. The whole aspect of it, while it may be despicable for trophy hunting, that the sheer amount of obscene money those guys are paying to shoot the one animal, they usually single out a troublemaker or one that's sick and dying and a detriment to the herd to hunt. But the money that those fools pay to do so end up preserving the rest of the animals because most of those countries don't have the economy of the United States. Give me my bird
And you
gun.
know
What
what?
the hell?
That's fine. When it comes down to that, I really don't care. It's just I'm not gonna kill something without actually using it. Like I'm not just gonna go hunting to get a fucking scalp and a couple antlers. I'm gonna go hunting, and if I kill something, guess what? I don't care if I have to shoot it running. And I don't care how tight it is, I don't care how tense it is, I don't care how gamey it is. I will eat it. Or find somebody who will eat it. Because I don't believe in
Waste.
killing animals for nothing. But that's the thing. This is a game, so
It's a
this has
game, so
nothing to do with it.
yeah. But we keep been going on the griefing, and I'm absolutely astounded. I don't know if maybe that Rockstar message I sent where I said, look, I'm a former guy who did radio. I'm not an influencer. I don't have a big gigantic following, but you could damn well believe I'm going to bring it up on my feeds. And there's not a single player anywhere in range harassing us. I'm almost sad. The one time I want someone to come and hunt us and grief us, maybe it'll happen when we go turn the pelts in. But, we're doing these bandit hideouts, which is griefer bait right there, and we're still not getting attacked. I just don't get it. I'm leaving my horse up here.
I am too.
I'm having it follow, but I'm leaving it up here. Wow, somebody's all naughty in Spanish over here. Called you a puta. I'm actually focusing for once. Holy crap, people. I got into this for a second. I forgot we were live. These are some of my favorite parts of this game. Now, even if somebody came up right now, and as frustrating as it might feel at the time, this is when I could understand a rival gang showing up and attacking us. Mayhem? I mean, this seems like an instance where You know, this isn't hunting. This isn't hunting and skinning. This is combat. You know, we're out here. Okay. Oh wow, he shot my hat off. You need to die. Where's my hat? Here you go. You can move on up for a minute. I'm getting my hat. It might be dirty if it'll let me. Oh, there it is. There you go, Hades. You just. Oh, I lost my bear pelt again. And there we go. Wow. 25 free roam hideouts cleared so far. But, you know, even if a player came right now, you sure would be frustrated because I want the treasure map. Because if we get a treasure map in this, you know, we go and hunt it and we get some good loot, including gold and money. But, you know, I would expect a player to attack me here. Now.
Yeah, to let you do the work.
Yeah, me do the work, they shoot and kill us, and then they loot the bodies. That makes sense. And yeah, I would be pissed. But I wouldn't be griefing pissed. I'd be like, oh, you bastards. I'd run back and try to kill them, and they killed me again. Then, you know what? They didn't get to loot anybody. They didn't get the treasure map any more than I did. And I'd feel at least gratified in the fact that they didn't get any more than I didn't get. And everybody goes away empty-handed. That, to me, is a fair payoff for being shot in the face when I didn't want to be. And again...
I left the bodies... left half the other bodies for you.
Yeah, the ones... you left the other kidney for me. Thanks, Jack. For those of you that don't know, that was a message. That was a message that Jack the Ripper once sent the police. Around this time in history, that would be a thing in the newspaper of 1899, where Jack the Ripper sent the police officer, "I've sent you one of the kidneys. The other one I ate was delicious," or something to that effect. Always thought that was amusing about Jack the Ripper. But while we were doing this in our country back then in England, they were chopping up prostitutes. Thank God they don't have prostitutes in this game. Probably some of those kids would figure out how to do that too. But I just think, I don't know if maybe Rockstar took it seriously, going, oh crap, he's put a video up on his channel. He's going to talk about the griefing. We better make sure they're by themselves. Because by now we should have at least been shot at once. Or at least passed another player.
We would have normally gotten a regrief. I mean, this is, especially with the stuff that's on the back of our horses. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, this is abnormally quiet for this part of the map.
I'm not complaining in a way.
Oh, me either. It's nice to actually do a little gameplay, chat, and not be picking my teeth up off the floor.
We could actually probably go into, let me see, while you're still looting, because...
Oh, I'm already done looting. I'm just looking around now for any of the usual glowing boxes.
Armadillo's empty, Tumbleweed is empty,
What about Saint Denis?
let me go look real quick. Saint Denis has one,
It says we got 21 people in the session.
Yeah, they're all spread out throughout the map. They're all like in their own posse. Maybe one or two people are probably with them. They're mainly in New Hanover and West Elizabeth, but the North West Elizabeth. So it seems like we have 4 other people that are actually down here in the Tumbleweed area, I guess you would say. But like, there's, I mean, nobody around. Everybody's kind of doing their own thing. And from where we're at, I would say we could either go to Armadillo.
Well, I say we head on through Armadillo down to Tumbleweed, because that was our original plan, because that's the butcher. And Tumbleweed's where we've been running into the most, dare I say it, trouble. I'm going to go ahead and mark it on the map so we're not just
either that
meandering.
or Blackwater, but there's nobody in Blackwater, so I would say let's just go to Tumbleweed. That's normally what we do anyway.
Yeah, and that's normally where we get our heads handed to us, so... And again, it's not the shootout. It's really literally the guy that waits for you to go to the butcher. Other than that, oh, look at that iguana. Isn't it pretty? It's gonna look so good in my bag. You should have run sooner there, lizard. And one of the brutal skinning animations. Totally brutal.
Like the iguana, because it
Yeah.
takes him forever to just rip it off.
But, you know, again, it's, you know, I come out of the store and, you know, I look around and I haven't fed the horse. That's the one that's hungry, not me. Um, and, you know, I just walk out the general store. Okay, yeah, I bought some clothes. You know, I'm not worried about getting dirt on my clothes. They're easy to clean in this game. But, you know, I bought a new outfit, or I bought a gun, or I bought fishing lures, or whatever. I step out the store before I even have a chance to see what's around me. Suddenly, I'm lassoed and being drugged down the road. Now, if you're a Red Dead Redemption 2 player and don't know this trick yet, just pull your knife and then put it away. But if you pull your knife, for some reason, if there's a lasso on you, it immediately breaks the lasso. I've attempted this on numerous occasions, and it does work. So a little helpful tidbit while we rant and rave. Now, since we're not seeming to get shot, and I don't want to run an hour-long video and bore people to tears, we're going to start to wrap this up, and Mayhem and I are going to continue on our hunt. But hopefully somebody will take a pot shot at us in a little bit and not be Mayhem running into me.
Right?
But, this is officially the last Red Dead Redemption 2 and video game review, critique, live feed, chit-chatting, or any other thing that I'm doing on YouTube. Not that there's anything wrong with YouTube, but the Vault of Metal channel was designed for all things related to Raven the Devil and the Vault of Metal, and he got the bird before I did.
Nice.
And you know, I know there's probably a lot of people who are music related that would rather see me doing music related things, even if I am so burnt out on that I'm worse than a hollowed out tree that's been hit by lightning while covered in kerosene. But you know, maybe someday the Raven the Devil thing and the Vault of Metal will return, so I do kind of want to leave space there. I do, however, have Old Man on Games on Twitch. The link is in this post at the bottom of the page. Starting Friday, I will be doing live videos from there as I learn how to use the Twitch program. So you'll be able to find me over there if you want to. There'll be less music and more games over there. It will not just be Red Dead Redemption 2, but I'll probably also include gameplay from the new Spider-Man game as the next DLC comes out. And as well, next week on December 11th, Ironhead Corsair Corporation will be joining the newest chapter in Elite Dangerous's Beyond, Chapter 4, with the new graphics and the new mining system and squadrons. We'll be doing a lot of live feeds from there with the Ironhead Corsair Corporation and my buddies there. Both this game and that game in particular, we're also talking about pre-recording or doing in-character role-play type video streams where we role-play out the work that we're doing. Oh, and there's another iguana. Oh, don't step on him, horse. I missed. Oh, it's dead. It got stepped on. But, we'll be doing some in-character stuff over there. We'll be doing some live streams. We'll be doing gameplay. And other new games as I come along. And also possibly another thing that I was joking about, a play on a certain show on HBO about last week's news. I don't want to give a shout out to the name of the show, but it's going to be Old New Game Tonight. So, you know, I don't know about you guys, but, you know, I came late to the PlayStation 4 game, and that was because of all the years of traveling I did. And I didn't get a chance to play a lot of great games on the PS4 that I at random will see, catch my interest, pick up, and try to play. And I do say try, because I don't always do so well, and those more profane-laden, expletive-deleted sort of interactions get to be amusing by the people that are around me when I'm playing them. But I'll do reviews of older games that I think should be given a fairly good second shot or a second review. And, you know, maybe games that I didn't give a favorable review. I can't even talk now. It's been too long. A favorable review to at the time. I'll revisit and see what it's about. But yeah, I'm going to use the Twitch channel as many do. Hell, I might even add the camera so you can look at my ugly old ass. And see the looks I get on my face as I get incredulously disgusted with things. But we're standing in the heart of Armadillo, and no one's here shooting at us. I don't know how I feel about this. I thought I plucked this bird. Well, it's just weird. I'm not ducking bullets. I mean, today we came through here and we had to go around the town because 5 people were shooting at each other. And now it's like Monty Python. Bring out your dead! Bring out your dead! I don't have the bell, but, you know, bring out your dead! And, yeah, well, there's a disease going on in this town, folks. That's why it's empty. They're burning people in mass graves. Seriously. Mass graves. Burning people. Right there. Burnt people thrown out of coffins. Mass grave. Let's get a good look, shall we? Look at that. Look at that. 2 chicks, barbecued. No waiting. But yeah, you'll be able to find me an Old Man on Games on Twitch. We got a few more seconds here before I'm going to call it a night on this stream. But if you were worried about them wiping your character, Rockstar said unless they have any critical issues that need to cause a reset, they're not going to do it. Those of you who are concerned about the gold, which isn't even active yet in the game, or how to make it or not make it, they're going to address the economy as well. We'll see. I think maybe at best they should up the payouts just a little bit. And I do mean just a little bit. I don't want to kill a guy and get $5. I think if you get 9 cents off a guy, maybe you add 50 cents. You know, so you never get more than $1.50 off a dead guy that you killed that's an NPC. You know, maybe the gold payout off of completing missions and getting your rewards might be a little bit higher, but even then, I really don't see the need. Because a lot of the stuff locked behind gold is also locked behind a level wall, and if you're not level 96, you're not going to be able to get that black badass Arabian that you want, or the gun that you want, if you're not the appropriate level. And you're just going to have to level up. And now, mind you, maybe one of these nights we'll actually go into these PvP missions they've designed for this game, and actually let you see the sheer level of carnage and chaos that they do. Because if you want to run around and mess with folk, that's the way to do it. And it's crazy. I've tried to do a couple, and there are more people shooting at the other players than trying to accomplish the goals. So it makes you wonder. But oh look, there's players ahead.
Red-tail hawk, let's see if I get killed doing this.
Yeah, let's. They're just sitting there. Dark Warrior and his friend. I've got no guns drawn, as you see, folks. I'm not messing with nobody. He's just staring at us both. He's putting a hawk on his horse. And we're going to keep on keeping on to hunt. I'm holding my breath, hoping. For once, I'm hoping someone shoots me. And no one shoots me. What the hell? They're making me out to be a liar. We swear we went through this. We did.
You need to record more often, maybe we won't get shot.
Right, right. I don't want to pick a fight, but you know, if somebody wants to start one, now would be the time. You know, but seriously, folks, some of my ideas for remedying this issue would simply be, you know, if you want to do like Mayhem and I are doing and just go hunting and make it so you can't do anything but hunt, you should be able to make a private server for you and your friends to go hunting. Just have a hunting server where you can't engage in PvP, you can't do any stranger missions, you can instigate a auto join to the story missions, but it throws you back into a public session. Sort of like what happens when you join an invitation to a heist in Grand Theft Auto. That would be a simple fix. Private sessions for those who want to go make money without getting griefed. I'm not saying it could be more complicated than that. I think, honestly, it shouldn't be. Because I think the option for those people who don't care to spend half their night wasting their time shooting at people who shot them should be allowed to do so. Just like I think everybody should have a chance to hunt, fish in peace and enjoy the game the way they want to. As we were promised. Many of us, myself included, have spent more than $100 just getting the Ultimate Edition of this game.
Let's go on the tumbleweed real quick.
Yeah, that's where I'm headed. And the bottom line is, if you're going to spend $100 or more on a game, you should be able to enjoy it. So should the kids who want to grief. And hopefully Rockstar will have a griefers lobby like they had for GTA. You go and get enough bad points, you end up in the bad room. So hopefully we'll get one of those here too. I've split off from Mayhem in hopes that we can draw fire. And, you know, that's about it. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to end this after I get to the butcher. I'm going to actually leave this up if I don't get killed long enough to at least have a little bit of video footage of the thing that's been happening to me with the freezing of the selling menu and pelts. But I want to thank you guys for sticking it out for the length of time we've done this video. Mayhem and I enjoy it and appreciate it. I'm sure you'll see more of him in other videos on the Twitch channel. Old Man on Games, possibly some RP events, some other things coming as I learn how to do it. And I'll probably be hooking up my more professional audio gear once I know what the hell I'm doing. So here we go. We've made it to Tumbleweed. Really? See, live radio. I'm used to live radio and I haven't done it so long I cannot talk without tripping over my tongue. Apparently. Tumbleweed we have now reached. This is the end of our attempt to get griefed, and it never happened.
Attempt to get grief without shooting.
Yeah, without drawing fire, or causing, returning fire, I should say. And it didn't happen. I almost feel, well, at least now you folks can also see yet another example of making money in this game by doing what we just did. I'm keeping that. Those are always valuable. And maybe this will stick so I can have video footage of losing a pelt. But if not, well, I'm not going to complain that I don't lose it.
Right.
But again, folks, thanks everybody who tuned in. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm still getting used to doing this live video game feed and actually doing things while I talk. If you've tried to message me on the PlayStation, I am going to be turning the messaging back on. And there we go. Stuck ram hide. Let's see if it goes through and it catches up. Because it looks like I got some experience points for something. And let's see what's the. No, I'm not doing it to that one.
Gotta be wily as the critters themselves. Slow and quiet.
Well, we got the 60 cents anyways. But there we go. Sold everything I could. I only lost a couple of bucks. Not too horribly terrible. And there we go. Live on camera, I can show you what I've been talking about resetting these. So see, I've been awarded a buckle in the past. Level 2 of trading to the butcher. Now, resetting award for gold nuggets. There you go. What about these? Can I reset these? No, I cannot. So there you go. I just made 5 gold nuggets, give or take. Yep, there they are, upper right-hand corner. Well, thanks, folks, for watching the feed. Mayhem and I most likely are going to be shot the minute I stop this broadcast. See you guys on Twitch, Old Man on Games. Thanks, everybody who tuned in from the Vault of Metal. And I'll be back in just a little while. And, of course, I hit the wrong button.